and welcome to the first installment of the continuing project of the Bio Tapestry by the Texas Elag. We're going to be doing our own version of the famed Bio Tapestry, and I want to show you some of the first steps. I have been working on a drawing, which is a test panel for us. We're going to test out our materials and some of our technique and kind of do a little teaching for those of us that are going to be participating in the project. And the first thing we did was to develop this drawing. Our subject matter is Leif Erikson, the Vinland sagas, and the sailing of the Vikings to the Americas. So our first test panel shows a Viking ship, and I'll have more details of that as still photos, but here's a little preview of how it looks. It's been sketched out onto brown paper, which is a little substantial, so because we're going to be doing some physical stuff to the paper to get the transfer onto the linen. So it's a little heavier, but it's a plain brown paper. I have drawn with ink after doing some pencil detail work. So now we have a good base for the next step, which is to literally puncture the lines of the drawing with a tool called a pricking wheel. It looks an awful lot like a cowboy spur, but it's actually very sharp and very pointed, and it literally makes a line of holes as you draw over the lines that are in the paper. It punctures the paper and it makes a series of holes, because the next step we'll do is to take a charcoal pad, which is full of charcoal that has been ground down to like a baby powder consistency, and that will be pressed through the punched holes and onto the linen, and I'll show you that in a separate little video clip. But for today, I wanted to show you the tools and some of the technique. These little guys right here are also pricking wheels. They're smaller, make tinier holes, and they're for tight curves and a little bit finer work also on a little bit finer paper. I also have a stiletto, so I can come back and do places where the wheels can't reach into with just individual punches, but you'll see that. Everything is laid out now on a piece of styrofoam. This is just plain old styrofoam. It's a sheet from a leftover project I had, so it's laid out on my table. The drawing is laid down. It looks pretty good. I'm going to put some weights on it just to keep it from scooting on me as I work. And I'm going to use the wheel, and we're going to draw a wave line down here. So you just start, don't go in too far, because you don't want to press through too much. You do need some paper to keep the whole thing together. Try to be consistent and just slowly follow the line. And making sure you're actually going through as you travel. And this is a fairly substantially large wheel, so I'm not going to be doing a lot of tight curves with it. It's a good place to stop. And I check myself, make sure I've got good places. There's a little place that needs some help. There's another one. There's another one. And so that's what we're going to do. And we're going to go through the whole drawing that way. And in our next video, we'll show the pouncing process onto the linen, and then we'll go from there. So today is January the 25th, 2010. This is Sarida, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll be seeing you again soon. Thanks!